Arizona to talk about some really important work that Senator Coburn and his staff have done to help highlight the savings we can find within the Defense Department budget due to duplication and waste and just failure to exercise reasonable management practices like an audit, how we could save money from there and reallocate that money to help our fighting men and women in uniform, help keep our safe and help maintain America's role as a preeminent military leader in the world. But Senator Coburn has pointed out in a new report, I'm sure he'll talk about this, that we could save more than $60 billion by consolidating half the federal government's duplicative programs. I mean, each of these programs has its own overhead, and we could, by consolidation, eliminate that overhead and still make sure that the same amount of money was used to deliver the particular service. For that matter, if we were to consolidate just a third of the renewable energy programs, we could save $5 billion alone. And if we stopped sending unemployment checks to millionaires, then we could save another $30 billion. But I'm a proud defense hawk because I think, you know, we call it the Yellow Pages test in Texas. If you can look in the Yellow Pages and see a service being provided by the private sector, well, you have to ask, why is the government providing that service? But there is no ability of anyone to provide national security except for the federal government. It is the number one reason for the federal government's existence, and it is a tragedy to see so much money wasted when it's needed so desperately by our military during these very dangerous times. But I have to tell you that it's almost embarrassing. Well, it is embarrassing that the Pentagon cannot even conduct an audit. They don't know where the money is. They don't know how it's being spent, how it's being misspent. So I'm a proud co-sponsor of my colleagues' Audit the Pentagon Act. But right now, I believe the Pentagon isn't scheduled to actually perform an audit until 2017. And I doubt they'll be able to meet that deadline. I'm sure we'll hear more about that from the senator from Oklahoma. Well, there's no good reason why the Pentagon shouldn't be able to tell the American people exactly how it's spending hundreds of billions of dollars in taxpayer money. Well, don't get me wrong. If our military needed the money in order to protect the American people and to keep us safe, I would vote for that expenditure 10 times out of 10. But when I'm told that there's money that should be spent helping keep us safe and protect our national security that is wasted through duplicative programs, through inefficiencies, through the inability just simply to manage the hundreds of billions of dollars that the Pentagon manages, it makes me livid. And I think it should all of the American people.